It's midnight. Not just on the clock, but in your soul. The world sleeps, but your spirit wrestles. Your questions are louder at night. Your tears fall unseen. And heaven? It feels silent. But what if this hour, your darkest hour, is the exact moment heaven leans closer? This isn't just a prayer for comfort. It's a cry of war. A declaration that even in the silence, even in the unknown, even in the pain, you still believe. Let this midnight prayer anchor you. Let it fight with you. Let it remind your soul, God is not absent. He's preparing something in the dark. Let's begin. The clock ticks past midnight, the quiet of the house a stark contrast to the storms raging within. A familiar weight, a persistent pressure, settles on your chest, suffocating the breath of hope. You've tried everything. The well-worn paths of prayer, the tried-and-true strategies, the comforting rituals. Yet, the darkness remains, clinging to your soul like a shroud. This isn't just another Tuesday night, this is a season of profound need, a battle fought not just in the physical realm, but in the very depths of your being. This is a midnight prayer, not for the faint of heart, but for those who have wrestled with shadows long into the night, and who seek a dawn that promises a different kind of light. This prayer is not a generic template, a pre-packaged solution. It's a personal cry, a raw and unfiltered outpouring from the very core of your being, a recognition that the battle you face is unique, as individual as your fingerprints. This isn't about a generic ailment, a universal struggle, though it touches something deeply human. This is a prayer for the specific, the particular, the deeply personal burden that weighs you down. You've sought counsel, sought comfort, sought solutions, but the answers remain elusive. The whispers of doubt and the echoes of fear reverberate in the silence. You feel trapped, ensnared by circumstances beyond your control, by unseen forces that seem to mock your efforts. This is more than a momentary setback. This is a season of profound challenge, a crucible forging you in ways you never imagined. Perhaps you feel the weight of unanswered prayers, the sting of perceived failures. Perhaps you're battling an unseen enemy, a darkness that relentlessly pursues you, draining your strength and stifling your spirit. Maybe the very air around you seems heavy with the oppressive presence of the unknown. This midnight prayer is a call to acknowledge the intensity of that struggle, to embrace the very real and tangible nature of the darkness, and to boldly confront it. This is a prayer for a breakthrough, a prayer for deliverance, a prayer for the dawn of a new day, a day filled with the glorious light of God's presence. This is your moment. This is your battle. This is your prayer. Yet, amidst this oppressive darkness, a beacon of hope flickers. A steadfast promise, etched in the very fabric of existence, whispers of divine intervention. This isn't a silent battle, it's a spiritual conflict, a war fought on the very terrain of our souls. Now, consider how this applies when you face relentless doubt, whispers of inadequacy, or the chilling grip of fear. These are often the subtle, insidious enemies, more potent than any visible foe. Furthermore, this battleground isn't just within, it's also deeply interwoven with the external world. Perhaps you're entangled in a complex web of circumstances, seemingly beyond your control. A tangled mess of relationships, looming deadlines, or financial burdens, these can feel like formidable, unyielding obstacles, blocking your path to peace. But remember, these are not insurmountable. They are merely opportunities for God's unwavering grace to shine through. Building on this, however, we must recognize the importance of recognizing the insidious nature of these adversaries. They often operate in stealth, disguised as ordinary trials. They can be a nagging thought, a persistent worry, or a seemingly insurmountable problem. These adversaries prey on our insecurities, whispering doubts into our minds, and eroding our faith. A single seed of doubt, left unchallenged, can quickly grow into a formidable thicket, obscuring our vision of the divine path. Consequently, we must actively confront these anxieties. Just as a soldier confronts the enemy, we must stand firm against these insidious whispers. This isn't about ignoring the difficulties but engaging them with the unwavering truth of God's promises. For example, imagine a farmer facing a stubborn weed. He doesn't ignore it, he understands its impact and proactively removes it. Similarly, we must acknowledge the presence of doubt, fear, and other obstacles, recognizing them for what they are, and actively seeking to dismantle them. Another crucial layer is the profound power of our words. Our spoken affirmations can either reinforce these obstacles or demolish them. Consider the difference between a self-deprecating remark and a declaration of faith. The choice is ours. This is where the power of verbal declarations becomes paramount. Our words, infused with faith and conviction, can become spiritual weapons, cutting through the darkness and illuminating the path forward. Through powerful declarations, we can transform the very landscape of our minds, replacing doubt with the unwavering belief in God's grace. The tapestry of our struggles, woven with threads of doubt and fear, often obscures the intricate design of divine protection. Yet, as we delve deeper into the night, a pattern begins to emerge, a subtle yet powerful undercurrent of resilience. The very act of confronting the darkness, of acknowledging its presence within us and without, is a testament to the strength of our spirit. This confrontation, this acknowledgement, this act of facing the unknown, is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of courage. It is a courageous stride toward the light. Consider, if you will, the relentless tide of challenges, the ebb and flow of life's relentless current. We are, in essence, navigating a complex, ever-shifting sea. Like seasoned sailors, we must learn to read the subtle shifts in the wind, to anticipate the twists and turns of the waves, to trust in the compass of our faith. This journey, this constant negotiation with the storms of life, is not a passive experience, it is a dynamic engagement, a dance between the human spirit and the divine will. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to grasp the interconnected nature of these seemingly disparate elements. The scriptural promises, the personal testimonies, the declarations of faith, they are not isolated incidents, but rather interwoven threads forming a powerful tapestry of support. They are not just words on a page, but living, breathing expressions of divine care, a constant reminder that we are not alone in this vast, sometimes overwhelming universe. In this profound understanding, a fresh perspective emerges. The darkness itself becomes a catalyst, a crucible forging our resilience. It is in the face of adversity that we discover the true strength of our faith, the unshakable foundation of our hope. Drawing these threads together, we see a clear path forward, not a path devoid of challenge, but one illuminated by the unwavering light of divine presence. The journey ahead, while laden with uncertainty, is not one of despair, but of anticipation, a profound yearning for the sunrise, the dawn of a new day. Our trust in God is not a passive acceptance, but an active engagement, a profound and unwavering commitment. This is where the next step becomes clear. This is not a time for retreat, but a time for action, for embracing the unwavering power of our faith. The call is not to simply endure, but to actively participate in the unfolding narrative of our lives, embracing the transformative power of our belief, and the unwavering protection of a loving God. The midnight hour, once a symbol of isolation, now resonates with a profound sense of unity. The weight of the night, the anxieties that clung to us like shadows, are no longer perceived as insurmountable obstacles. Instead, they are recognized as opportunities, as the very crucible in which our faith is refined, our spirit strengthened. The struggles, once isolating, now bind us together in a shared experience, a recognition that we are not alone in the face of darkness. This is not a solitary journey, but a collective one. We stand shoulder to shoulder, not in physical proximity, but in the shared understanding that we are all navigating the same turbulent waters. The whispers of doubt, the chilling grip of fear, the relentless tide of life's challenges, these are universal experiences, shared by countless souls throughout history. Yet, within this universal struggle, lies a profound and personal truth: the power of unwavering faith, the solace of divine protection, the strength that emerges from acknowledging the very darkness that seeks to consume us. And so, as the first hints of dawn begin to paint the horizon, a new understanding takes root. This isn't merely a prayer, a fleeting moment of supplication. It is a commitment, a rededication to the profound reality of God's unwavering presence in our lives. The true practice begins now, not in the confines of a sacred space, but in the everyday moments, in the mundane tasks, in the quiet interactions that shape our days. It is in these ordinary encounters that we discover the extraordinary, the quiet strength in our hearts, the resilience we never knew we possessed. The struggles of the night, though painful, were not in vain. They have revealed the depths of our faith, the unyielding strength of our spirits, the unwavering support of a community bound by shared experience. This is not an ending, but a beginning. A beginning marked by a renewed understanding, a deeper connection to the divine, and a profound appreciation for the interconnectedness of our human journey. The night may have been long, the darkness profound, but the dawn promises a new day, a day filled with the light of hope, the warmth of compassion, and the unwavering presence of a loving God. May we carry this newfound strength and understanding into the light, carrying with us the lessons learned in the depths of the night. You don't need to see the way to keep walking. You don't need to hear God to know He's near. What you feel is not all there is. What you fear is not final. Tonight, you stood your ground. You prayed in the dark. And that, beloved, is power. So hold on. Keep breathing. Keep trusting. The dawn will come. Not because you deserve it, but because He is faithful. Amen.